Hello everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to Crypto Mainly. My name's Lee. Thanks ever so much, guys. Again, 304 subscribers on my new YouTube channel, which I'm very grateful for. If you'd like to come and join our free Telegram group, there is a link in the description below. There is also an NFT VIP Telegram group, and if you'd like to join that, all that you do is if you click on the link from my YouTube page there over to OpenSea, you can purchase an NFT there, which entitles you currently to 6 months free access. That won't be forever, guys. So do take do take advantage of that promotion whilst it's going on. So you can see by verifying my account there, cryptomainly.eth is my wallet address there. That can't be replicated, guys, so do make sure you verify my account, as there is a scammer that's out there copying my account at the moment, unfortunately. So for now, guys, if you'd like to join in, please come join the free Telegram group, see what you think. But you can, as I say, either purchase an NFT to join the VIP, or you can subscribe for $100 per month. So let's have a look, just jump into the content, guys. Okay, so we obviously we had a successful trade. That short trade that we were talking about did come into fruition, as you'll know if you've been watching the videos over the last couple of days. And we did say that the reason we're finding some support around about the 21,000 mark there. So we did say that we're going to get some support at around about the 21,000 level there. So we came down to about 20,800 and found some support there, and we're getting a bounce. As you'll know, guys, from the video yesterday, I did say that we are at the 200 SMA. So the orange line here is the 200 SMA for the 4-hour time frame, and you can see that we came along and we're actually finding some support on the 200 SMA on that daily time frame. So things are looking quite nice at the moment. I've got some important news this week, what with the FOMC and the rates and things, but everybody's probably sick of hearing about that now. So, excuse me, for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to ignore the FOMC and just talk about the charts and what I can see on the charts. So, at the moment, we've got a nice breakout. We've come back down, we've retested the 200 SMA as support. An AB equals CD move there will take us up to about 26,500. And if we look at the this rising channel here, if we do find support, we manage to get back above. There's a lot of work to do yet, don't get me wrong, but if we do manage to break back above this rising resistance line here, then there's every chance again that we'll get to that 26,500 mark. At the moment, guys, you can see that there's two green areas which I've marked there. That is a daily area, basically, of support and resistance. So if we go to the daily there, you can see that those two dotted lines there form the highs previously from a daily range. So that's why they're marked off there. So we've got some work to do to get back above that. Ideally, we need to get back above the sort of 22,000. The 22,000. Let's have a look. This measure here, just mark that on as well for you. So I mean, ideally we'd like to get back above 22,130 really, but we're up against the daily range here now. So it might be that we spend a bit of time sort of consolidating and going sideways between the 20,800 and the 21,500 basically. So some sideways movement I think is possible, particularly whilst we're waiting for the FOMC news to come out. So perhaps we see something like this for a little while within this area, this range here. Having said that, guys, if we do go to this daily chart, you can see if we zoom in, you'll see that the way that the candle closed yesterday, this is a doji. It's almost a hammer candle actually. There is a very slight wick at the top, but you could call this a hammer, which would suggest that we are going to get some upside during the course of the next couple of days. If it wasn't for the FOMC, guys, I'd be saying that it's quite safe to say that we're going to get some positive price action from here. We are below the daily range. You can see it actually more clearly on this chart, but the range highs from here and the range highs there are what forms these two. They're actually purple on this chart, but you can see that's a daily range. We're below that at the moment, so we have got some work to do to get back above that. So the upper part of that range is 21.6. So ideally we need to see us get back above 21.6. If we do manage to do that, we come back above and we then find support on there, that will be a really nice sign that we are going to get some continuation higher. So if we do get this sort of scenario, then there's every chance that we do get the continuation higher. So yeah, so there's a lot of work to do at the moment, guys, and we'll probably bounce along under the underside of this range, as I say, for a little while certainly. If we have a look at Ethereum, as I said, you can see my technical analysis drawing there, very accurately drawn. My little squiggle, shall we say, that I thought we would come down and retest this area, which was an area of resistance on the way up, and we sure enough came down. It's also a fib from the bottom to the top is a 38 0.382 retracement. So what are we going to see now? Are we going to see it? If we look at there is there's going to be some resistance on the way up there. Just draw that on for you quickly. So do we see a rejection from here and then a continuation to the downside? I think a lot depends unfortunately on the FOMC meeting, but a couple of things. If you look at the Bitcoin, it is looking like perhaps some sideways. If we do break out above, then that will look very nice. Ethereum would then be breaking back into this pattern here. I mean, on the face of things, this does look like this is going to be a bearish retest, and we're going to come back down to the sort of this range here. So at around about the sort of 1,300, so 1,300 mark. Looking at that, so the reason that I say that, I'm sure I'll just draw it on for you for those of you that can't see it, but from the wick high to the low there, if we get a bearish retest here, then it's likely that we'll come back down. Looking at this, we may even go a little bit deeper than this ridge. The measured move, as you can see, 8, so the AB equals CD move. Just move that down slightly to there. Could take us back down to the 1200 level. In actual fact, if we do get any kind of rejection from Bitcoin. So I mean, a lot stems on today. Unfortunately, guys, it's very difficult to say what's going to happen here. There is a 200 SMA on the 4-hour time frame. Let me just draw that onto this chart as well for you, so you can see it on this one. Okay, so the 200 SMA you can see is the orange line here, and it is providing support at the moment. So if we do come back over, the 200 SMA is going to sort of continue out. So we may get back down a retest, a little bit of consolidation underneath it, and then breakout, retest, and then continue higher. That's likely what's going to happen, but it all depends on what happens with the FOMC today, unfortunately, guys. And I mean, looking back through time, I was having a conversation with one of my members of the group just yesterday, and we were saying that if in all the time that we've been in cryptocurrency, he's been in cryptocurrency for a lot longer than I have. There's never really been a time of sort of definites and certainties. Unfortunately, there's always something. There's always a market. There's always some kind of event, or there's always some kind of news, or there's some tether FUD, or there's something going on. So it's never there's never any real sort of definitives. All that I would say, guys, if we look at this on the face of things, is yesterday closed as a hammer candle, which would suggest we're going to get some upside. If we do get back above that higher level there, which is 21,650, if we do break that range, come back down and find support there, then I do think we will get continuation higher, and the measures of the move from there would be 26,500. So this bearish divergence has played out. So you can see my blue dotted line in the back there, in the background there. It was what I thought was going to happen, and sure enough, that's what it did. And as you can see, I drew this blue box of support, which we've been talking about for several days now, and you can see that we got a nice hefty bounce from there. And now yesterday closed with a hammer candle, so it is suggesting we're going to break higher. Things to watch for: we get above the 21,650 mark. If we do and come down and retest it, that will look very nice, as if we're going to get that continuation higher. But there's a lot to do. Let's see what happens over the next 24 hours. You'll also notice on the RSI on this chart, actually, the bearish divergence actually looks like it's played out pretty well now. So I'm going to take that off. Perhaps just to put that down slightly, so that just to remind me that we were looking at before. But we got like the RSI is starting to tip up, as you can see as we're talking now. Actually, funnily enough, the RSI is starting to tip up and bounce off this lower support line of the RSI here. So this is a rising wedge, so statistically it could break to the downside. But this is RSI, so not quite the same as looking at price action. So one last thing that I did want to mention, this is the basically the top 100 NASDAQ top 100, and as you can see, we've been talking about this. I shared this group, a number of weeks ago. Was it weeks ago? Where are we? Yeah, 2-3 weeks ago. Just to say when we got the breakout here that we're likely to retest. You can see the projection that I made there. The price action was around about, the start of this projection was around about here. So you can see that I projected what's going to happen here. This is the tech stocks, and as you know, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies do act in in accordance with quite a high correlation at the moment with the stock market, and particularly with tech stocks. So this looks very promising as well, guys. So I'm going to leave it there. As I say, guys, thanks ever so much for listening. I do appreciate it. Please do like, subscribe, share the content, share the videos with your friends on your own social media. Really appreciate that. And do consider coming along and joining our public Telegram group. And I look forward to seeing you in there. Okay, guys, thanks ever so much. Take care now.